Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and welcome to a really special video. Now, I know that creepypastas, the best kind usually are the ones that are very focused in reality. Now today's video comes at you with troubled parents, parents that are really watching out for their kids, which by the way is a novel fucking concept, raising your kids, right? Watching what they do online. Because today's video is all about that. Now, let's take us back to an earlier time, somewhere last year, and talk about something called Momo. Now, Momo was a internet character that basically, well, not really an internet character. Essentially what this was a special effects prop that I believe was from Japan. I made a video on it. Tons of other horror-based YouTube channels actually covered it. And it turned out to just be a basic horror, it basically turned out to be a horror prop that spawned into a giant mainstream horror meme. Now, from it, I played a lot of cringe-worthy Momo games on my mobile devices, which unfortunately will never be fucking cleaned. But hey, it's the thought that counts, right? I hope that video entertained you. But that was where I had left it. Now, unfortunately, this video is one that was also brought up by Granddaddy Muda. My father, when he can find something that's really retarded on the internet, you know that it's fucktarded. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We've got how much of a threat is the purported Momo Challenge suicide game? Now, immediately when I read this, I remembered back to something called the Blue Whale game. And we actually came across it on a deep web browsing video. The Blue Whale game, for those of you who don't remember, was a set of games which took place over 30 days, I believe, and eventually it would degrade and degrade and degrade into more weird, outlandish shit, basically giving you a challenge on the final day of killing yourself. And unfortunately over here, the Momo Challenge is almost like a carbon copy of it too. It's a game that's spread via YouTube, allegedly, and WhatsApp. And that's where we come down to. So if you read this article real carefully over here, in recent years, social media users have been encountering all sorts of viral challenges that exhort them to engage in some form of suggested activity, and usually post photos or videos of the results. The motivation behind challenges can range from raising money for charities to simply encouraging others to take fun and goofy behavior, whatever you want to call it. And some of this can include dancing in a public setting, okay, floss all you want, baby boys and girls. An inherently dangerous one such as setting yourself on fire, which, by the way, if you're setting yourself on fire as part of a fucking social media challenge, there is something a man by the name of Darwin said, and I think that's what might be taking place. But anyways, let's go around over here. Some of them are encouraging children to disappear for 72 hours or even commit suicide and shit. And when you use words like suicide, like hot, peppery words, yeah, it's gonna lead into some spicy memeage. So here's Momo, by the way. I'm gonna censor out the titties, obviously, otherwise YouTube might have a fucking heart attack. It's run by a nunnery after all. Whew, spooky, right? Very spooky. But here you've got somebody posting on Facebook over here, and I'm a parent, but these aren't any of my kids, okay? Get your kids off YouTube! Which, by the way, I don't agree with the sentiment of kicking them off YouTube, but at least fucking monitor your children. After all, parenting is a novel concept after all, right? I mean, wink wink. The nasty thing, Momo, comes up mostly midway through their innocent programs. Over time, it tells your child to find pills and take them, open the oven and turn it on, etc. It then warns them that if they tell anyone, it will come for them and their family. Please be aware. Now, by the way, this challenge, I haven't actually seen one of these Momo videos myself, but YouTube Kids is an interesting situation, which we'll have to definitely do a deep dive into. But over here, the general idea is okay. If this does exist on YouTube, by the way, then it's definitely okay to be telling this. I think that something like this is proper. If you're a parent, you should definitely see what your kid is watching, because half the shit on YouTube Kids is cringe tier as fuck, and some of the stuff is really weird. Like, I mean, you could find a video that involves stuff like Peppa Pig or fucking Dora the Explorer or some other stupid stuff, and it can devolve into the weirdest stuff. If you guys take a time travel machine back in the days of Spider-Man Elsa cringe, like, that stuff was weird. That stuff was without a doubt fucking weird. Like, the amount, like, I got into straight pregnancy fetishes at times. So if that's what your kid is watching, you should probably get on your tablet, investigate, and take it away. Because usually when it comes to parents, they get one of these tablets, they put some stupid video, and YouTube autoplay just takes them through the rabbit hole. And YouTube Kids is a fucking hellhole last I checked it. So you can only imagine the YouTube autoplay getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where, some kid might end up on frozen Spider-Man Elsa pregnant fetishes. Who knows, dude? It's not YouTube, it's nobody's fault, but the parent giving a kid a tablet and basically making that the parent rather than them. Well, let's look further into it, right? Warning, if you have children who watch YouTube, please be careful of something going around called Momo, will at pick to comment. It asks children to do dares and harm themselves or others, and makes threats that will come into their room at night and kill them with their friends. It popped up while my son was watching a Roblox video earlier today. It said something, but he couldn't understand it properly. One made out the words, "I will kill you." Alright, so if your kid's watching a Roblox video with this, it's probably the fucking Roblox video creator channel that needs to have a stern talking to. Because if you're a YouTube channel telling kids to actually fucking, off themselves, there's a special place in hell for you. And probably YouTube Spank Bank Gallery if you call it a day. But the weird thing that I'm hearing from people is like YouTube's been hacked with these videos. There's like no issue of videos being hacked that I've ever called up. I don't even think that's really possible with how YouTube is actually structured. So really it's actual YouTube channels that are doing this kind of stuff, whether it's to cash in on some trend or generally be a sick fuck. I mean, it's not that it's out there. I haven't seen it myself personally, but then again, I don't peruse YouTube Kids too often to make that a thing. Here's a BuzzFeed UK, oh fuck, Daily Star Co UK, it's the same fucking thing, you know it. But Momo Challenge, boy 3 tells grandma they're going to kill everybody. Well, with a title like that, you can expect your ass that I'll be clicking, dude, and I'll be baited pretty hard. But let's go look into a parent has warned of the dangers of the Momo Challenge after her 3-year-old son was exposed to sickening videos on YouTube. Yeah, maybe you should do your fucking job and parent, which I'm glad you're kind of doing now, I guess. Who knows? So, a disturbing suicide challenge game, which is often spread on WhatsApp, features a viral picture of a woman with huge eyes and a haunting expression. You know what the recent shit with YouTube, they had to put YouTube in the title there. The avatar sends young people a series of tasks to complete, which become increasingly more violent and graphic, until eventually telling them to kill themselves. Now, one mom has revealed her young son was also exposed to the horror. I just had my mom ask my 3-year-old son if he had ever heard Momo bullshit, and she says yes, and they are going to kill everybody. Alright, so that's apparently a thing. And you've got WhatsApp logos tossed everywhere. What I'm not seeing in any of these articles is an actual video that's popped up in any of the situations. Usually, if this exists as a video, oh my god, this chick got beat the fuck out of, my lord. But usually in a situation like this, I would expect to see videos brought up, and unfortunately I'm not really seeing any video. It's like mainstream media is covering it and saying there are these videos that exist on YouTube, but I'm not seeing one link to any of these. Whether that's for the protection or maybe a lack of proof, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly pointing anything, but I'm not seeing these Momo videos anywhere. Let's go check. So immediately over here on YouTube, if you type in Momo Kids video, I usually find like one right over here 3 hours ago. Very disturbing Momo video on kids with kids YouTube. And after having watched this one, like if you just click and watch it real quick, it's often like not that weird. I mean, clearly the video is definitely interesting. Like if you go scroll through it real quickly, like it definitely spooks. I guess it does spook, to be honest with you. It's what the video is described to be. However, I don't exactly see where it's linked to. I'm not accusing any channel of faking. I mean, there's no reason why a channel like would ever need to really fake this, I would hope, right? 3 hours ago. But this is one of those videos that exists. I guess it looks like this. You've got a face and the text is over the bottom and kids kind of fall for it. It happens in the middle of the video. And you got the rest of the people basically talking about it. You go down, texting, mystery. Come on. Yeah, this is a better representation of what to expect. So this is another channel that basically covered the Momo video stuff, and they basically showcase that is essentially what you see in the middle of videos, and that would show up on YouTube Kids. Clearly, it sounds scary and looks scary, and to an extent, I haven't seen the original video, so I can't exactly confirm if this is real or fake or whatever. I mean, I'm not even seeing a YouTube interface in that, so again, I'm gonna have to go with, I guess I'll believe it. I have to see it, but I don't expect that there's people that are going to lie about something like this, I would hope. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of all of this, the biggest key thing to take away is, please be fucking parents about this, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube is not the replacement for you. If you're gonna pump out babies, you should be able to raise the children and take care of them. I get giving children tablets is sort of the in thing nowadays. I don't understand it myself. Called me old-fashioned, whatever you want to do it. But In my honest opinion, I think giving your kids YouTube and the ability to access it is a little too open and out there. YouTube is a place where tons of different types of content exists. Yes, are there explicit things that are cut off? Obviously, but you do get a range of age groups on this platform. So if you're going to give your kid applications like this and allow them to see videos like this, expect to see one or two odd things out there. That's to be expected. You should definitely report videos like this. If a video is telling children to kill themselves, I'm sure the flagging team at YouTube will get rid of them, as they always will, and it just sorts itself out that way. Unfortunately, I don't have YouTube Kids, and I haven't looked it up there at all, and I haven't really even found anything at this point. And I haven't seen reports really that are in front of my eyes, like on the YouTube Kids app, to show me that this kind of stuff is happening there. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, please be careful with your children. Take care of them. Be a parent, okay? And keep the tablet away, all right? Or at least monitor your children to look at what they're watching once in a while. Because if this is really in Roblox and like Fortnite videos, then maybe your kid will learn about pills and other things, aside from the flossing that they're learning on Fortnite videos anyway. So take care, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for yourself. That's all I can really say. This Momo stuff is very reminiscent to the Blue Whale game that we saw way, way long ago. I think that's really all I can add to it, really all I can give around it. So it's an interesting thing that is kicked up, but I have to see more of this kick out rather than, the odd and end thing we've read off mainstream media. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. If you found this interesting, let me know. This is me, Muda, and I am out.